Hi, my name is Ryan Whitaker and I am a photographer. Today's video is just going to be a little bit of a talk about what I like and what I don't like about my most recent 4K photos I've been taking. The photos I've been taking are for my college course at the University of St Trinity David in Wales. So without further ado, I'll talk about my first photo. The first photo I have to show you today is a water balloon bursting, releasing all its water. To be able to capture something moving at such a fast pace, as in when you pop a balloon, literally it's just pop bang, it's gone. The water's falling out and it's on the floor. You don't get to see that moment when the water balloon physically pops itself. So to do that, I needed to really bump up the shutter speed, so to make sure the shutter speed was going at a fast pace to be able to capture that moment really quick. So I had my shutter speed at 2000. By having a higher shutter speed, you allow less light to come into the lens. Therefore, you need to turn up the ISO to counterbalance that dark to light. So by turning up the ISO, you can brighten up the shot from when the shutter speed brings it down. Doing the water balloon shoot, I actually found it quite fun, as it was out of my comfort box where I haven't actually taken too much photography in my past, so I found it quite interactive and I actually found it quite fun doing the shot. But I also had my positives and I had my difficulties with doing 4K photography or shooting this specific shot. One of the problems I had with shooting the water balloon is that it came out blurry, but it came out blurry because when I was shooting it, I was holding the water balloon myself with my hand and I was using my other hand to press the record button, so I found that that meant that my hand moved after when I'd already pressed the record button, so the balloon went out of focus, meaning that after when I'd actually finished taking the shot, the balloon came out blurry, meaning that I lost some of the finer detail which I was trying to capture. One of the things I liked about this shoot is the shape of the balloon after it's popped, and that I managed to actually capture that, and that the edges of the balloon have been stayed sharp despite the middle of the balloon had blurred out because of it moving after it went out of focus. One of the things I wish I did in post was actually remove my finger, so edit it out. As of right now, my finger's there poking the balloon with a piece of pin to make it pop. However, I found by removing that, when I asked people to look at a shot with my finger in and with my finger out, they found it hard to understand that that was a water balloon popping, as they couldn't make the connection between my finger popping it and it sort of just being a blodge of water probably falling from somewhere. They didn't know it was a water balloon. So I found actually it was more of a positive to leave my finger in there than it being a negative to have it in there, because people had a better understanding of what was the story in the shot of having the finger in there and be able to make that connection to the finger not being there, and then not being able to understand that that was a water balloon being popped or some object being popped, releasing that water. I did have a few things I wanted to do in post. One of the things was that part of the water balloon was actually still in the shot, so I used the spot removal tool to get rid of that. The second thing was that I found when I was looking at my original shot that my eyes did not know where to look. It was just light everywhere. The balloon was light, the fence was light. I just did not know where to look. So what I did is I actually pulled down the darkens and the shadows in post, so the fence itself actually darkened, leaving the balloon light, so it actually made the balloon the focal point of what people were looking at. Overall, I really enjoyed this shot. There's still lots more for me to add and want to add to my skills and my knowledge of how to take this shot better next time, like not actually holding the balloon by hand might be a good one, so then my shot might actually be in focus next time. If you want to learn more yourself, I'll leave a link to the website where what I have actually made, where it's all my research I did into 4K photography, and it's the journey, what it took me from start to finish, but how I actually ended up doing 4K and what was my decision to do 4K for this topic. Do leave a comment about what you thought and what I could have improved on, because that will help me in my own further research on how I can develop and improve my photography in the future and what I can actually use in my coursework. But apart from that, I hope that this video has helped you to improve your photography yourself, and thank you for watching.